calm down, hear me out, he said. I've come to interview you. Let me put on the actual headphones. Interview us? What the hell for? These were hot-headed punks, all right. They seemed to be itching for a confrontation. Minorikawa felt like a punch might come flying his way at any moment. Yeah, 8 hours and 40 minutes. Almost on 9 hours, guys. Almost there. Then another voice called out from further back. Hold up, guys. It was a young man seated in the far back corner of the bar. His air of authority marked him as the gang's leader. That must be Susumu then, Minorikawa thought. When you say interview, do you mean for TV or like a magazine? Mind telling us who you are? My name's Minorikawa. I'm a freelance journalist. I'm doing a magazine piece about young people in Shibuya. All I'm asking is just for you to answer a few questions. Here's the answer to the science quiz from the last time. Methane. Okay, thank you. Huh. Susumu sounded less than enthused. Just 5 minutes, Minorikawa said. What do you say? Nah, I'm not in for the best of moods right now. Go on, get out of here. Right, Minorikawa thought. He's going to make things difficult. But he hadn't expected these troublemakers to just up and accept an offer to appear in print. Now was when the real battle would begin. Guess I'll just have to write my piece without your help then. Susumu took the bait and shot at him a look. Write about what exactly? Your little warehouse raids. Warehouse raids? Susumu raised an eyebrow. What are you talking about? Really now? You're gonna tell me you don't know your boys are dealing stolen goods? SOS doesn't steal, man. You don't know what the hell you're talking about. Oh yeah? Why don't you ask the two over there then? He spotted the two fellows he'd seen arguing earlier at the scene of the explosion. Now he pointed them out. Their faces betrayed their alarm. Susumu glared at them. Is this true? They averted their eyes and said nothing. Yes. I asked you a question. Have you been stealing stuff? After a long moment of surly hesitation, both young men nodded. Damn, bro, you idiots! Susumu marched up to the two and, without warning, decked them both. How dare you sully the SOS name? As the two gang members cowered, he continued to punch them repeatedly. Okay, enough with the beatdown. Minorikawa stepped up to intervene. Let's get down to business here. I won't reveal anything about the warehouse raids. In exchange, you give me my interview. How's that? Not a bad deal, I say. But Susumu ignored him, continuing his pummeling of the pair. Whoa, hey! Nobody's gonna play nice with a guy who flies off the handle and beats people, you know. What did you just say? Well, look at yourself. You're clearly not the cream of the crop here, kid. At that, Susumu's fist finally fell still. The rowdy bar went completely silent. Say that one more time, I dare you. I'll put your ass in the ground. The gang's leader's eyes were red with rage. Minorikawa snorted, unafraid. That's the exact sort of line I expect from a total wuss who's all bark and no bite. Shut your damn mouth. Get the hell out of here. Oh, this is hilarious. So SOS top dog is such a yappy little puppy. Oh my fucking god. Susumu snarled like an animal. You son of a bitch. I am gonna beat your ass. Mr. Mino, I'm all finished. An elaborate voice resounded suddenly through the bar. Chiaki, Minorikawa looked and saw that both she and Katayama had appeared in the doorway. Savage. I like this man's style of persuasion. I finished my copy. Could you please take a look at it over for me? She thrust her laptop out proudly. Susumu stared in bewilderment. Who the hell are you? Oh, I was under the impression you SOS folk were, being interviewed. Chiaki broke off haltingly. Yeah, you were right about that. One by one, gang members started to close in around her. Well, it's just, you look like you're really angry is all. Oh, do we now? That's because we are pretty damn angry. Good grief, Katayama growled. It would seem that getting your interview is quite impossible. By the way, you only have another... You shut up, Minorikawa snapped as Katayama peered at his watch. Just leave this to me. You two hurry up and get out of here. Welcome back, Walnut. When someone says stay, then do it. No way, Chiaki said. What? Why not? Because I want you to read my copy, Mr. Mino. She looked at him right in the eye. He didn't have much of a choice. He postponed the interview to read over Chiaki's copy. Alright, let me see your laptop. He held out his hand and started to make his way over to her. Whoa! Before he could reach her, though, the SOS punks had Chiaki and Katayama surrounded. Oh, well, what's this? Something important. One of the gang members reached out to grab Chiaki's computer. Knock it off! Don't touch that! She struggled to resist. Leave the girl alone, you scumbags! Minorikawa barked. The young man in the bar stopped and turned. Susumu was quick to respond. Screw you, man. Who are you calling scumbags here? Any guy who raises a hand to a lady is a scumbag. If you're looking for a fight, you can fight me. Get your hands off the girl. Oh, fuck. Oh my god, Minorikawa did his best to look unafraid as a couple dozen vicious gazes now turned back on him. Bring it on, Susumu said. Hey, someone go look out out front. He snapped his fingers sharply. Get him. At the signal, Susumu's men quickly closed in on Minorikawa. It was like being caught up in a tsunami. He took a hard punch to the face and his vision went blurry. Before he could react, he was hit again, twice, thrice, with punches and kicks. At the moment his first assailant paused, another joined the assault. Boy, please start to think before you talk. 4 blows, 5 blows, 6. Minorikawa lost somewhere around 30. A metallic taste filled his mouth and he could feel his consciousness fading. All the strength was being battered from his body. He couldn't even tell if he was standing on his feet or lying on his back. Then he finally felt himself crumble to the ground. Damn, everyone got their turns. Even then, the beating did not let up. As he writhed helplessly, the young men kicked him in the gut over and over. Stop it here, Chiaki shrieked. You're going to kill him! What just happened? Oh, eventually Minorikawa forced himself to go limp. And finally the kicking stopped. Oh crap, one of the thugs muttered, sounding panicky. Did we take this a bit too far? No fucking shit. Mr. Minorikawa! Chiaki rushed to Minorikawa's side, sobbing. Please, she cried out. Please, answer me. He held his breath and said nothing. Mr. Mino! Tears streaked down her cheeks. She looked at him desperately. Don't worry, he gasped at last, holding a hand up to stave her off. She let out a yelp of surprise, staring at his battered face. He could feel blood trickling from the corner of his mouth. He turned his grisly visage, I don't know, on the gang members as he painfully rose to his feet. What? Abruptly, Minorikawa broke into peals of mocking laughter. Mr. Mino? Chiaki stared at him, aghast. What? He only laughed the harder. It seems he took a few too many blows to the head. The poor thing. Katayama averted his eyes, unable to watch. What? Minorikawa shot an accusing finger at the crowd. Looks like I win this round. What? Susumu blinked, dumbstruck. Don't you get it? Minorikawa said thickly around his bruised tongue. What am I saying? You're a bunch of idiots. Now then, if you pardon me. Oh, I get it. Minorikawa was halfway to the exit when Katayama's exclamation rang out. You were planning all along to let these guys beat you up, huh? Minorikawa jerked to a halt, his shoulders trembling. You knew they turned down the interview, and so by letting yourself get beat up, you have something to put in the article, yeah? It's a bit bogus, maybe, but it's one way to get material to fill out your pages. Minorikawa broke into a cold sweat. Shut up, you idiot! But Katayama continued with his oh-so-brilliant analysis. You sure pulled a fast one in this gang here. I wonder what sort of headline your piece should have. The Twilight Shibuya's legendary street crew? For a vigilante to a now mere gang of common thugs? Something like that, maybe? Oh my fucking god. Susumu stared daggers at Minorikawa. Go ahead. I dare to write that up. Then we really would put your ass in the ground. He moved to block the path to the door, clutching a broken beer bottle in one hand. You moron! Minorikawa bellowed at Katayama. I was this close to pulling it off. Ah, well, that's a shame, isn't it? Katayama replied. Minorikawa rolled his eyes. Gee, you think? Susumu slowly advanced on them, beer bottle at the ready. This printer dude, I know, right? Run! Incidentally, Katama said, you have 40 minutes and 7 seconds left. Good luck. Minorikawa hung his head. Was everything futile at this point? I don't know. Who? Alright, cool your jets. I'd say that's quite enough. Who are you? Kimizuka? Susumu stopped and spun around. Kimizuka had entered the bar. The taxi driver stared out sternly from behind his sunglasses. All the young men in the bar fell silent. Minorikawa and his companions exchanged glances. Aw, man, you? You? Susumu's face twisted up in awkward embarrassment. Crazy taxi! Yes, guys, crazy taxi! Kimizuka's tone was light and playful, but intimidating nevertheless. Whoa, hey now. That's no way to address your teacher. Teacher, Minorikawa blurted in disbelief. Wow, okay. Kimizuka nodded. Yeah. Until last year, I used to be a teacher, but I got into a bit of a dispute with my school, so I moved on. Oh, hey. These guys in here are all former students of mine. Sorry that there's such a bunch of good-for-nothings. Wow, Chiaki said, I'd never have guessed. I thought since I wasn't their teacher anymore, it wasn't my place to butt in. But I couldn't sit idly by and let one of my customers take a beating. Kimizuka turned back to Susumu. This guy totally played you, every last one of you. Susumu bit his lip in frustration. Still, it's hard to imagine anyone would want to take a beating from this many guys all at once. So it's hardly your fault for falling for it. Kimizuka switched gears from taxi driver to street smart mentor. You guys lost this one, he said. And for that, you need to give him his interview. No way, Susumu looked disgusted. Look here, kid, Kimizuka said. Let yourself save some face and help the man out. And maybe you won't come off as a bunch of total idiots in his article. He flashed an imbical grin. I see Malibu in the background. Oh, I have to sleep now. Oh my god, bye, Katie. Oh my gosh, I had so much fun. Bye-bye, Katie. Get some sleep. When you put it that way, fine, all right. Susumu blew out his breath in resignation. Susumu, you can't just let yourself cave like that. Who's this fucking? Oh, it's Kiru. Ew. Minorikawa recognized him, the kid he encountered earlier that afternoon, wandering around with a wooden cauldron. Cauldron? Yep, almost 9 hours, guys. 7 more minutes. So what? You're gonna let SOS make a mockery of itself? Kiru demanded. The gang leader let out an annoyed growl, but said nothing. And you still think you got what it takes to run Shibuya? Shut up! I've already said it. I said I'll do it. Kiru sneered sullenly at Susumu's outburst. Fuck Kiru. Who gives a shit? Mr. Mino. Minorikawa was just letting out a sigh of relief at being able to get his interview when Chiaki scurried back to him. Please, can you read my copy now? His face showed a strange mixture of confidence and unease. All right, he said resignedly, whatever. Let me see it. The proofing deadline was drawing steadily near. Still, if the piece wasn't good enough, he'd have to rewrite it again. He wasn't going to compromise on quality. Bracing himself, Minorikawa stared at the monitor. Chiaki swallowed hard, so anxious that it was audible. Please let it be good, goddamn, please. Minori gave the piece a fast once-over, then read it again more closely. When he was done, he closed his eyes, considering. Chiaki held her breath, waiting for his response. It's okay. Really? It's really okay. Is it really, really okay? It really is really okay. Minorikawa watched in surprise as she broke down in tears. Oh, thank you so much! Damn. She was typing what the game was saying. Yes! Fucking finally, Chiaki bowed profusely. He gave her an affectionate little ruffle tap her head. Oh, that's so cute. She wiped at her face with her palms, scrubbing the tears away. So I guess I never really told you what sort of articles I want to write and all. No, I don't think you have. Well, I mean, I want to write socially conscious exposés like you do, Mr. Mino, and so to hear you say that article I wrote is okay, that makes me really, happy, I guess? Or maybe moved? Her eyes were still bright with emotion. Well then, really? There was actually another writer who took inspiration from his work and who strove to be like him. Minoru Kawa never thought a day like this would come. It was a peculiar feeling. He'd always been the father, chasing after interviews in order to be more like Toyama. It made him feel both bashful and proud that the skill and soul he honed might be passed on to the next generation. Are we gonna get that interview, though? Right, I should be off. Oh. Kimitsuka gave Minoru Kawa a slight nod. Minoru Kawa returned the gesture, but more deeply. You really have been a tremendous help today. Senpai! I'm sorry, it's okay. We like the word senpai. This is so wholesome. I know, right? Holy shit. I'm not sure where I'd even be right now if he hadn't been there for me. Oh, no, not at all. I was just driving around a customer to where he asked me to go. Oh, that's right. I still owe you a fare. Opening his wallet, Minoru Kawa saw that he had only a 10,000 yen bill. Still, now was no time to be frugal. Keep the change, he said as he handed it over. But even as he said it, Kimitsuka was already handing him some money back. Here, I insist. The driver already counted out the exact change in advance. You really are a pro, huh? Minoru Kawa took the money and stuffed it into his pocket. Dun dun! Point! He's pointing! Until we meet again. Somewhere out there on the streets of Shibuya, Kimitsuka pointed his index finger at Minoru Kawa's face. Minoru Kawa responded in kind. Yep, you too, buddy! After that, the interview with SOS went off without a hitch. Now that the tension was diffused, these guys were just a bunch of ordinary young guys. The juxtaposition of their appearance and behavior would make for an interesting piece. So about what you said earlier, Susumu said once Minoru Kawa had finished his questioning. About how I'm not the cream of the crop. Yeah, that. I just said it to get you worked up. Don't worry about it. Well, let me just ask you what you really think then. How do you think I could be a better leader? I don't know. I'm not really the sort of guy who wants to stand at the top, you know? But I guess I can tell you two things that'll make your things go more smoothly with you and your buddies. Blah. Susumu leaned in, listening intently. Forgiveness and also trust. Minoru Kawa chewed over his own words. The events of the day replayed in the back of his mind. He'd forgiven Toyama for his fake suicide and trusted that he regained his reporter's edge. He'd forgiven Chiaki for bundled interviews and trusted that she'd grow as a journalist. In the end, that's what it was that had helped him through. Forgiveness, followed by trust. Susumu grumbled softly. Forgiveness and trust, huh? Doesn't sound so easy. People gravitate towards somebody who can handle things when they get tough. With that, Minoru Kawa got to his feet. Now we've got all the articles we need covered. Chiaki rushed over to his side. Well, I guess we still need Mr. Toyama's piece. I just got off the phone with my office, Katayama said casually. It seems they've already received the data from him. Oh, thank fucking God. What? Well, really? Guess he really can get the job done when he applies himself. Minoru Kawa felt an inner surge of pride. Now then. He indicted Katayama. How much time do we have left? 30 minutes remaining. Katayama replied, eyeing his watch. 30 minutes, huh? Looks like we might make it after all. Chiaki laptop. Right. With a beaming grin, Chiaki held out her computer. Minoru Kawa got ready to typing, but then the young man barged into the bar. It's Achi! What? Oh my God, it's Achi? The newcomer hurried over to where Susumu was sitting and promptly prostrated himself on the floor. Whatever this was about looked like a big deal. Who was this kid? The gang's feelings looked decidedly mixed. I need people to bring a guy down. I'm here to ask for your help. I know I have no right to ask you this. But please, I really need your help. Oh shit, there's a pop! I feel like I'm on the beach. As Minoru Kawa listened to the younger man's conversation with Susumu, he could feel his blood start pumping. It sounded like they were talking about the terrorist plot in which Shibuya had become embroiled. Hey, Chiaki said quietly, did you hear that just now? I did. I'm not sure I follow all of it, but it definitely has the whiff of a major scoop. Don't fucking autoplay, bitch. Minoru Kawa shot her a daring grin. So what's the play here, Chiaki? We interview him, of course, but we only have 30 minutes left, right? So we take 10 minutes for our conversation. We use the remaining 20 to write up the piece. I'll help you out. You learned good, kiddo. Norikawa ruffled Chiaki's hair again. They both blushed profusely, gripped by a surge of excitement. Why are you doing this? I can't make any sense of of it whatsoever. Let's get it, sisters! Katsuyama started peering at them skeptically. If you write up the piece you just did for your interview for, you'll make the deadline. Why go if you want to trouble yourself further? It's no trouble, Minorikawa said. I'm just doing what a professional does. That's all. Katsuyama let out a solemn sigh. Good grief. He looked at his pocket watch again, then snapped it shut. Well, if you aren't concerned about the time, then do as you like, I suppose. I'll admit you've made me quite curious to read this magazine you're putting together. Minorikawa and Chiaki rolled their eyes as they turned away. Already they were making their way over to Susumu and his gang. The interviews aren't over until you have what you need. You refuse to let them be over. You spend every last second you have to do the best you can. That's what being a professional journalist is all about. Yes, the snob warmed up, yes! Minorikawa cracked his knuckles and stepped between the two young men. Sounds like you've got an interesting story. Mind letting me hear it too? Oh my god, what a perfect way to end the story. Is this the end? This is a perfect way to end it. Yep! Nice. One down, another down, 2 more to go. This is the end of his story. We have 2 more to fucking go, people. Oh my god, okay. Whew. Okay. 2 more to go, boys. I can't believe it. We finished it. There we go at 18:30. Time to go to we can't do his yet. So Kano it is. Good ending. Oh my fucking god, yes. I wonder who will have the final ending. Probably Achi, maybe? I don't know. Kano's cell phone rang. He saw Kuze's name on the display. Kano speaking. What the hell are you doing? The director's voice was shrill with irritation. What's the situation with Maria Osawa? I have her in custody, sir. We need to get her to the quarantine immediately. Or into quarantine immediately. I'll send an account to NBC terrorism unit to pick her up. What's your location? Sir, the situation is a little complicated at the moment, Kano replied. He and Stanley made eye contact. Kano gave him a knowing nod. He knew what he needed to do here. He briefly informed Kuze of the plan to take Maria to the laboratory, but was careful not to mention that part. Please, sir, Kano said, bowing reflexively to the phone. 9 hours and 3 fucking minutes, guys. Whoo, folks. We're in for oh, wow. Can't believe it. Let me handle this. Absolutely not, Kuze exclaimed. There's no way I can allow that. Maria Osawa needs to go into quarantine right now. Sir, please, just give us a little more time. Giving her the antiviral is the only way we can save her. If we put her in quarantine, it'll be a death sentence. Kuze let a growl of frustration. Kano, that isn't your decision to make. Kano had run out of arguments. It was clear that Kuze's only concern was stopping the spread of the virus. Directed Kuze, are you just going to let Maria Osawa die? We can't put the lives of everyone in Shibuya at risk in order to save a single person. I know that, sir. That's why I'm asking you to please let me go to that laboratory. And if it looks like we're not going to be able to hack the password, then at that point a quarantine can... Kano, Kuze snapped. I'm giving you an order, and I'm not accepting that order. Listen, Kuze said, how many years have you been a cop? What do you mean by that, sir? Kuze didn't reply. Is this an order from up top? What's going on here, sir? Please, I need some kind of explanation. Stop it, Kuze said. You sound like a child. This is dereliction of duty. Fuck your order, bitch. Call me a child if you want, but I'm not following an order that I know isn't right. Oh, fuck, he hung up on him. Fuck the law. I don't care. Kano punched the end call button with his thumb. From an objective standpoint, maybe Kuze was right. They need to think about more than just Maria. Fuck the higher-ups. Fuck the man. If the UA virus spread throughout Shibuya, it would be a nightmare of epic proportions. Kano understood that perfectly clearly, but still, he looked down at Maria's face as she lay collapsed on the floor. This girl was still alive, and Kano couldn't stand idly by and let a living, breathing person die. Consequences be damned, he wasn't going to be the one to weigh the worth of someone's life. As he stood still clutching his cell phone, Stanley gently set a hand on his shoulder. You did fine, he said quietly. Our party is in possession of the UA virus. The people of Shibuya are already in danger. He may have already released the virus in the city. If he hasn't, he may do so at any time. Right now, what we need to do is get that antiviral and arrest Alpard. You made the right choice here. Thanks, Stanley. I appreciate hearing that. Stanley gave Kana a slap on the back. He was right. At this point, they need to focus on the things that they still could accomplish. So, guys, as she stepped forward, who's going to take Otomi's sister and Kanan to the lab? Maria was no condition to walk, so they were going to have to take a car, which meant they needed a driver. I only have a motorcycle license, Achi said, and I don't know where the lab is anyhow. I should go with Maria alone. Kanan looked over at the others. There's no way of knowing for sure when she might become contagious. We shouldn't needlessly risk exposing more people to infection. She knelt down to gather Maria in her arms. What happened now? In that case, I should drive. Kana whirled around at the sound of a new voice behind him. Cane Man! Tetano! What? Tetano, motherfucker! Why should I trust you? Fuck you. Tetano was standing in the doorway. You! Achi's face went red with rage. Can we actually go to Achi now? Yep. What? You? Oh boy, okay. You, Achi snarled. In the doorway stood the man with the cane. Detective Tetano? Tetano. Kano and Daisuke spoke simultaneously. Now at last, Achi had a name for the assassin. I'm surprised you didn't piece it together earlier. It was a name he felt he heard somewhere before. You son of a bitch, Achi roared. What the hell are you doing here? Tetano bowed his head profusely. I am truly sorry. You're sorry? Sorry don't cut it, man. Not after what you're trying to do, after what you were trying to do to Otomi. I don't expect you to forgive me, and I intend to turn myself in to be punished for my crimes. But before I do that, please let me do what I can to help you. I think you've helped enough. Achi grabbed Tetano by the collar and drew back his fist. Kana moved to stop him, but Tetano held up a hand. No, it's all right. Let him do as he pleases. There was no trace of menacing expression on the man. The man had worn in their previous encounters. Achi scowled but lowered his fist, then released his hold on Tetano's collar. Fine. Otomi's sister needs help, so we do need a driver right now. Make sure that those two get to a lab and back safely. That'll make up for that punch I didn't give you just now. Thank you, I am so sorry. Daisuke stepped forward. No, I'm the one who should be apologizing. I'm the one who got you caught up in this. Daisuke, we really didn't grow up to be very good people, did we? No, I guess not. The two men stared bleakly at each other, shoulders slumped. In the end, Tetano said, I guess we were just trying to run away from our pain. Yeah, didn't expect my own son to be the one to teach me that. Achi's turned out to be a fine young man. Look, this guy about to fucking cry. He is Kotone's boy, after all. Guys, Achi stepped into the middle of their solemn heart-to-heart. You can get all sappy all you want later. Dad, once this is all over, we're going to see Suzune, okay? Sure. Daisuke nodded heartedly. Whoa! Oh my god, I need to stretch at some point. Hold on, Kana spoke up, turning to Stanley. If these two take Maria to the lab, that leaves just us two to apprehend Alpard at the Scramble. Is that going to be enough? I mean, Alpard's not going to show up without a plan. The more people we have on our side, the better. And I doubt we'll be able to get any help from the police. Good point, Stanley agreed. Hey, Achi. Achi said, I'm here too, and I'm going with you. I'll keep Otomi safe. Oh, look, good news, Kano. Now we have 3 people. Stanley let out a sardonic laugh. Kano frowned. Achi, I appreciate the offer, but having 3 people instead of 2 won't make much of a difference. When you're not sure of the enemy's exact plan, you really need strength in numbers. We're about to get strength in motherfucking numbers! Fuck! Just wait! If we could set up a dragnet like the task force did this morning, that would be ideal, but... Come on, Detective, Achi said. Don't you have any idea how this sort of approach... what sort of approach to cycle might take? If our part kind of amused, then I suppose my biggest problem would be figuring out how to get away after I'd taken Hitomi's blood. Stanley nodded in agreement. I bet he knows how to involve the UA virus, he said. If, for instance, he tells us he set up a device somewhere to spread the virus throughout Shibuya, that prevents us from taking action against him. Achi swallowed hard. This guy wanted to unleash a killer virus in Shibuya? We're about to get strength from the motherfucking SOS, BB. If he succeeded, then the town Achi had known and loved all his life would become a graveyard. Of course, that's mere conjecture, Stanley murmured. Quite frankly, even I can only guess what he's going to do. His expression was grim. Strength in numbers, huh? Achi said. So, you're saying we absolutely need more people, is that it? Essentially, yes, Stanley replied. But not just anyone, mind. If it's not a group that meshes well, it'll hinder more than help. Kana folded his arms across his chest. He looked perplexed. People who mesh well together, huh? Achi had an idea. He could ask SOS. If there was anything he could do, it was that. It was a selfish request, he knew that, but Susumu would probably be furious with him, but Achi would just have to deal with that. Even if his old pals wouldn't forgive him, if they understood that they'd be helping protect Shibuya, he was sure they'd step up and take action. After all, the whole point of the gang was that it was made up of people who love their town. Can you give me a half an hour? I'm gonna try to see if I can rustle up some people. Kano straightened himself up. You think you can do it? Achi nodded assertively. Just wait here for me, okay? He said to Hitomi. She gave him a worried smile. All right, I'll be waiting. It'll be okay. Achi did his best to sound reassuring. I promise I'll bring some help. Oh my god. Royal elastics. Blech. He knew where he needed to go. The pool hall in Harajuku. That was his old gang's main hangout. Running at top speed, he could probably make it in about 10 minutes. All right. Rushing out the door with a battle cry loud enough for Kano and the others to hear. From back inside the shop, Achi sped on his way. I'm off to stream myself. Good luck, Chrissy. I'll be back later if you're not done. Okay. Gotcha, my dude. Traffic at Dogenzoku was at a near standstill. Enjoy your stream, JP. What are you streaming, huh, buddy? Have there been some sort of major incident? As Achi ran along the roadside, he heard a middle-aged man screaming angrily. You've got to be kidding me. What do you mean no trains are stopping at Shibuya? The guy was right in the face. What the heck is going on? What the heck is going on? Achi felt compelled to stop and check things. Calm down, Dad. The young woman with the man must be with the daughter then. How am I supposed to do that? You heard that what that boy said. We have to get out of Shibuya right away. Whoa, Achi got a look at the young woman's face. She was gorgeous. She had the feeling she'd seen her on TV before or something. You might be pretty, but you know who told me. Once more, he broke out into a run. There was a whole bunch of people walking in the direction of Route 246. It looked like folks really couldn't use the trains right now. Was this some consequence of Maria being infected with the UA virus? Then I better hurry. We're the only people who can fix this. Yeah! With another cry to pump himself up, Achi bolted down the sidewalk counter to the throng. Oh my god, that's a lot of reading. Almost 10 hours of reading, guys. Feel for me. He finally got the SOS's hideout. 2 young men were standing by the door as lookouts. Achi recognized one of them. It was the kid who was so-called buddies tried to shake him down early that afternoon. They roused themselves as Achi approached. Yeah, 9 hours and 14 minutes. We're getting there, folks. Hey, I need to see Susumu. No can do. He's in the middle of something right now. The lookouts made no move to let him through. Achi felt a surge of resentment towards Susumu. If he'd been still with SOS, he never tried to post members on guard duty like they were low-ranking Yakuza thugs. Achi pressed again. Please, I need to see him. It's important. Just tell him Aji's here. He'll make an exception. At the mention of his name, the two lookouts exchanged glances. All right, I'll go ask him. One of the lookouts headed inside, leaving Aji alone with the kid he helped out earlier. Do they always take you on guard duty? The boy didn't reply. Back when I ran with SOS, we never needed anyone on Outlook. We were just a bunch of guys who loved Shibuya and who had a fun time hanging out with each other. That's all it really was, really. It's not Susumu's fault that SOS changed, the boy said somewhat fearfully. Lately, it's been Kiru who's been driving things. Kiru? Oh yeah, that guy. Achi recalled his earlier run-in with him. The guy was an arrogant bully. Yeah, fuck Kiru! What an ass! Kiru's planning to steal Susumu's throne. What for? The boy took a nervous look at the door before hurriedly continuing. He's trying to expand SOS's influence, and he's got a lot of people on his side. Right now, the game's kind of split into two factions, Susumu's guys and Kiru's guys. Finally, Achi understood what was going on. The game members had all been acting so weird because they were caught up in some kind of eternal struggle. Kiru goes around recruiting new followers by force, and if he doesn't like you, he dishes out punishment. The guillotine, right? This month alone, he sent 8 people to the hospital. SOS is a total mess, man. This plan of mine might not work after all. Achi felt a sinking sense of despair. If SOS was ravaged with infighting, it was doubtful they heed the dangerous requests he had for them. But even still, I want to be part of this gang, the boy muttered. Achi peered at him in surprise. Why? They shake you down for dues, take you on guard duty. That's not a decent way to treat someone. I look up to Susumu. He treats me like he would anyone else, even though I'm way down at the bottom. And it's not just me. Susumu always puts the members of the game before himself. That's why I want to stick around with SOS. Aha! So that's it, huh? Susumu really had been trying his best. And the members of SOS, some of them at least, admired him for it and stuck by him. Thanks, Achi said. The kid gave him a dubious look. Achi didn't know if Susumu would help him out or not, but he knew it was still worth putting disagreements aside in order to ask. The door opened, the other Outlook returned. Susumu says to come in. Achi nodded and strode inside. Oh, fuck out. Yeah, keep out my asshole. I know how to get through this one. Shut up. Fuck you. I know how to get through this bullshit. Keep out my ass. Here we go. The door opened and the other Outlook returned. Susumu says to come on in. Achi nodded and strode inside. Here we go. The scent of alcohol and cigarettes washed over him. Susumu sat on the sofa at the far end of the bar. It's where Achi used to sit back in the day. What do you want? Susumu asked immediately. Achi walked up to him and then got down on his hands and knees. Huh? What are you doing down there? The hell is this all about? I need people to bring a guy down. I'm here to ask for your help. The crowd around him flew into an uproar. Peals of mocking laughter rang in Achi's ears. I know I have no right to ask you this, but please, I really need your help. Just some guy, huh? Who? He's an international terrorist trying to get his hands on some wonder drug for a killer virus. If we don't catch him, somebody I know is going to die. And that's not all. He might try to unleash the killer virus here in the city. Susumu burst out laughing. This is some kind of joke? You all right in the head there, Achi? The other gang members followed his lead, unleashing another storm of mockery. The laughter continued for quite some time. Achi said nothing. He grit his teeth and stared up at Susumu. Achi said nothing. He endured the ridicule and simply stared up at Susumu. As patiently as he could, he waited for Susumu to give him the proverbial nod. Proverbial? Yeah, proverbial nod. Finally, the laughter subsided and Susumu crouched down and got in Achi's face. Is that how you go about asking someone a favor? Susumu growled menacingly. If you got a problem with me knowing like this, I can apologize some other way all you want. But don't you care that I just told you Shibuya's in danger? Archie's voice was unwavering. But face it, Susumu, isn't Shibuya the reason everyone here hangs out with each other? If you're telling me that you don't want to keep our town safe, then I won't ask you guys for anything else again. I withdraw my request. The two glared into each other's eyes. Then, before Susumu could reply, an odd man stepped in between them. Sounds like you've got an interesting story, he said. Mind letting me hear it too? You again? Didn't you already get your interview? Susumu rolled his eyes. I think Grovel's here might be telling the truth. The newcomer's face was all seriousness. It lines up with the information I have. Hey, Grovels, you got a second? My name's not Grovels, whatever. Archie growled. It's Archie. I'm Minoru Minokawa, magazine reporter. I know a bit about that stuff you were just saying now. The killer virus you mentioned is called the UA virus. The wonder drug is the antiviral medication. And the person you know who might die is Maria Osawa. Am I right? Archie was almost too shocked for words. How do you know all that? Norikawa ignored him and turned to the SOS leader. Susumu, he said, something really is going down in Shibuya. What are you going to do about it, boss? Susumu bit his lip. He looked pretty conflicted. Sounds good to me, someone called out. Let's give him a hand. Oh, fuck off! Archie turned to see where the voice had come from. It was Kiru. You shut up, Susumu said with a glare. Break out of your rut, old man, Kiru sneered. Archie is right here. Isn't keeping up love Shibuya safe with SOS what SOS does? Get out of my fucking face. Fuck him. He slipped an arm around Archie's shoulders. You're okay with that, right, Archie? Me going against Susumu's orders to help you out? Kiwi's lips pulled back into a broad, unsettling grin. But first, we have unfinished business, you and I. I mean, I'm willing to lend a hand even though you ditched the gang and all. But first, we've got to settle our score here and now. You understand, don't you? Yeah, you're right. Kiwi grinned hungrily. It's guillotine time! Archie looks annoyed and I don't blame him. A bunch of gang members started up an eager clamor at Kiru's pronouncement. In a matter of moments, Archie was grabbed from all sides and hoisted up onto a pool table. A dozen young men held down his arms and legs, positioning so his head jutted out past the table's edge. Oh, this doesn't look fun. There's dried blood on that. Kiru brought out a steel pipe nearly a meter long. It was caked liberally with dried blood. Guillotine! 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 The men of Kiru's faction pumped their fists in the air, chanting madly. Oh no. Kiru licked his lips as if drunk off their cheers. Uh-oh, the fuck? Oh yeah, guillotine's a way of punishment. I have returned into a good moment. Hey, 2.0. Glancing to one side, Archie saw Minorikawa speaking empathetically to Susumu. It looks like the reporter was trying to talk some sense into the SOS leader. Man, today is my lucky day. I get to take the head of the SOS's original head. Archie twisted his neck to peer up at him. Man, what point is there in taking my head right now? Oh my, you don't get it, do you? See, if I send you to the hospital, everyone in Shibuya is going to know my name. And once I've got the big ass sign over my head, I'll be able to untie this town under my banner and unite this town under my banner in one fell swoop. Q's eyes were crazed and bloodshot. Then all that matters, the more for you is to do as I'm asking. If you want to unite Shibuya, you have to protect it first. But if you think you need to take my head to do that, then go right ahead. Even if these guys were all like Kiru, if this many of them actually showed up at the scramble, they're able to do far more than Archie could hope to by himself. The ultimate goal is to capture Alpard. Archie didn't care how they made that happen. He was just sorry he wouldn't get to see through to protect Otomi to the very end. Okay then, Kiru Braid, the gloves are coming off. Go on, do it. He braced himself. Just make sure you keep your promise. Kiru raised the steel pipe high above their head, and then, before he brought it down, he flicked the top of his tongue from his mouth like a snake. You dumbass, I didn't promise you nothing. Achi strained in sudden panic, but his limbs were pinned down too forcefully for him to have any hope of avoiding what was to come. Susumu? Susumu, yes, bitch! But the steel pipe never struck home. Just when it was about to smash into Achi's head, Susumu grabbed hold of it. The hell are you doing? Enough of this crap, Kiryu. Susumu yanked the pipe from Kiryu's grasp and tossed it onto the floor. Kiryu stood frozen in surprise, a vein pulsed angrily in his forehead. You guys too, Susumu added, glaring at the others. Let him go. The toughs holding Achi down cautiously took their hands away. Kiryu let out a red-faced cry of rage. But we got unfinished business! Ignoring him, Susumu helped Achi slide off the table. Every man gets to make one request in his life that cannot be denied. Do you remember saying that? The word stirred up some bitter memories within Achi. Yeah, I remember. But you didn't grant me my request. No, I guess not. That's why I'm going to heed yours, no questions asked. Oh, fucking hell. Susumu held out his right hand. Susumu, I'll make me the better man, finally. Oh, damn. I am so fucking happy that someone stood up to that prick. Finally, right? Jesus. Achi reached out and clapped Susumu's hand in his. Yeah, Achi said, letting his relief show in his face. You're quite the guy. Susumu cracked a tiny grin. It was the sort of smile Achi had seen all the time back when he'd run with SOS. Suddenly, fuck you, Kiryu! Susumu staggered and dropped to the floor, falling too fast to even cry out. Kiryu had snatched a steel pipe back from the floor, striking Susumu from behind once his back was turned. To hell with this, he howled like a madman. SOS doesn't SOS doesn't belong to you guys, not anymore. I won't allow it. Achi didn't flinch. SOS doesn't belong to anyone, he said. It's not mine, it's not Susumu's, and it isn't yours. We're just a bunch of friends hanging out and having a good time. That's the only reason we get together. Nothing more, nothing less. He turned and looked slowly around the room. Hey, you guys, do you all get together because someone told you to assemble? Do you get together to follow someone's orders? No, you don't. Of course you don't. The bar fell silent. Achi could see the young men who surrounded him exchanging glances. They could tell that his words rang true. Kiryu saw it too, and it only made him more and more agitated. Shut up! Enough with the warm fuzzies! Abruptly, he charged forward, giving the steel pipe a mighty swing. Achi managed to dodge the attack by mere hair. If it had connected, the blow might as well have knocked his head clean off. He quickly backed away. What's the matter? Kiryu taunted. How come all you do is run? The pipe crashed down into the bar top. Oh my fuck. Bottles of beer and liquor smashed and scattered. Come on, what's the matter, Achi? You're so ugly looking, goddamn. Kiryu slammed his weapon into the pool table, sending balls scattering across the floor. Some of them collided with Susumu. Urgh. Susumu let out a faint groan. Striking at the sound, Kiryu stalked toward him. Speaking of unfinished business, with a gleaming grin, Kiryu took aim at Susumu's head and lifted the pipe up high. Stop! Before he could think of better of it, Achi was rushing for his fallen friend. Heh, you dumbass! Without missing a beat, Kiryu shifted his weight and swung the steel pipe at Achi's temple. Oh! Achi responded with a fast high kick with his right leg. The steel pipe connected hard with his shin, but it was Kiryu who went reeling off balance. Kaya! Achi pivoted and put all his might into a straight right into Kiryu's jaw. What's with the jaw, man? The blow struck home, and Kiryu's head snapped back, and he crumbled to the floor. There was a momentary hush of indrawn breath. Then the bar erupted in a wild clamor that practically shook the whole building. All eyes were fixed on Achi, marveling at what they had just seen go down. Sounds like folks were hoping for a little more of a fight. Susumu got to his feet, his left hand clutching his right shoulder. You alright? Achi asked. Mostly. Guess my shoulder took the brunt of the blow. Get fucked, Kiryu. The gang members from Kiryu's faction rushed to their unconscious leader's side. Achi shot them a steely glare, and they gathered up Kiryu and dragged him out of the bar. Yeah, get that motherfucker out of here. I didn't go too far here, did I? Achi asked Susumu. Is this gonna cause trouble for you? No, I figured Kiryu would pull something like this eventually. It was just a question of when. Right. I'm sure he was going to gather up his own bunch after this. We'll probably wind up butting heads again. Susumu didn't sound especially eager for that fight, but he didn't sound especially afraid of it either. Achi was still worried about a few things, but his friend clearly had grown as a leader. Anyhow, back to the story about you needing manpower. Will the guys here be enough? There was about 30 gang members still in the bar. Achi looked at them in the eye in turn. Some he knew back in the day, while others were fresh faces. They all look like they vary in age, honestly. I was born and raised in this town. I'm fond of the friends I've made here, or have met here, and this has always been a great place to have a good time. And today, here in this town, I met someone who's very special to me. And I know this doesn't involve the rest of you, but I'm willing to protect her. Achi knew he wasn't doing a great job getting to the point, but the members of the SOS listened quietly. And so, it's like, he felt a grade schooler who didn't know the answer to a difficult question. He fussed with his hair and frowned sheepishly. Okay, so I'm not sure how to really put this, but Shibuya is a special town to me because of getting to meet people like that. And maybe, no, I mean it's like that for you guys too? Don't you love Shibuya? So help me help this town. He bowed low and deep. I want to protect this girl who means so much to me. And the city that means so much to me as well. I know my answer. Susumu clapped a hand on Achi's shoulder. Yeah, let's do it! SOS's original founder is back in action. He needs our help, and I, for one, am ready to follow him into battle. Yeah, what do you say? Hell fucking yeah, bitch. Susumu's people let out a hearty cheer. Oh my god. Whoo, people! Almost done. We're getting there. When Achi marched back into his home, followed by 30 members of his gang, Tomi and Kano were obviously overjoyed to see him. Not yet. Okay. Their happiness raised his own spirits unexpectedly high. He felt a palatable sense of accomplishment. All right, detective, Achi shouted, let's do this. His resounding cry echoed throughout the workroom, and the gang set out for the scramble. What's the matter? Hitomi asked Achi as they made their way through the busy streets. What's the matter with what? You look pretty pale. She peered good and hard into his face. Do I know? Are you tired or something? I mean, you've been kind of going all out all day after all. Nah, it's nothing. Achi kept his voice nice and bright. I'm just a little hungry is all. So don't worry about me or Alpha or either, okay? I swear I'll keep you safe, Hitomi. All right. Hitomi gave a tiny nod. Just leave it to me. Alphard's got nothing on this guy. Don't want to play, bitch. He thumped his chest in a display of bravado, but he could feel the sweat beading on his brow. Oh, fuck. Here we go, bitches. Whew! When they reached the scramble, Achi took his place at the location specified by the battle plan Kano had drawn up. Hitomi was only a few meters away. Whatever happened, he was in a good position to shield her from harm. There were 3 minutes left until the appointed rendezvous. Achi wondered what sort of person was going to show up. Still, he knew he couldn't stand the crowd too much. He needed to act as naturally as possible so Alphard wouldn't be suspicious. He risked a glance over at Hitomi. Maybe now wasn't the time for admiring, but he couldn't help but think how cute she looked. Oh, get over it now! Fucking hell, you have a mission! In some ways, seeing her there felt similar to when he first seen her that morning, in the very same spot. The difference was that this time, it wasn't just Tomi's good looks that made him find her so attractive. They might have only spent a few hours together. Few hours? It's been more than a few. But in that time, he learned a lot about her as a person. Oh god, stop being straight for like 5 minutes. He knew what was important to her. What her worries were. What her wants and desires. Fuck, her father doesn't know any of that shit. And also, he learned what a kind-hearted person she was. I actually recalled what happened back in the workroom. Oh, okay. It's almost 10 o'clock, folks. That means medication time in a second. Major, ooh. Holy fuck, okay. Achi recalled what had happened back in the workroom. Even though her own life had been in danger all day, Hitomi shed tears for her father and her sister. She really understood people's grief and suffering. What do I do if I can't protect someone as good as her? Achi muttered under his breath, clutching his right leg. His shin was throbbing wickedly where the pipe had smashed against it. He'd been okay walking so far, but any intense fighting, the leg might just give out. But he couldn't let himself worry about that now. It came down to it. If it came down to it, he'd be a human shield to protect Hitomi if he had to. Archie looked at his watch. Only 1 minute to go before 7 p.m. He glanced again at Hitomi and saw her eyes widen with surprise. Quickly, he followed her gaze across the plaza. He spotted a tall white man approaching. Ugh, okay. Thank God we only have 2 people left, so there's not a lot to figure out. There's not a lot to figure out here, you know? Not a lot. Okay, we did this one, fucking hell. For the love of God. Tateno was standing in the doorway. Wow, Achi, you. What? Okay. Alright, thanks. We're good. We're good, folks. We're good. We're good. You have to be shitting me. We're good. We're good. We're good. There are plenty of jumps throughout both routes, so we're good. Achi's protests were vehement, but he backed down at last. Tenno would escort Kana and Miria to the lab. Yeah, wow. Exactly, wow. That left 3 to try to apprehend Alpard, Kano, Stanley, and Achi. Having only 3 people is a dicey prospect, though, so Achi took it upon himself to head out and gather some backup. Tateno got the car keys from Daisuke, then helped Kanan pick Miria up off the floor. Kano watched him warily. There was no trace of the blood-curdling expression the older detective had shown when he was holding Miria at gunpoint. His face was that of a man with a responsibility, that Kano had always known. Are you sure you're okay with doing this? Hitomi asked Tateno. You might get infected. That doesn't matter. Don't worry about me. All I care about now is helping you two if I can. He hesitated, glancing down at the unconscious girl he held. By the way, had Maria's memories come back? Hitomi tilted her head. Her memories? I suspect she took a blow to the head when she was abducted. When I ran into her earlier, she didn't even know her own name. Well, she seemed like the same sister I've always seen when she came in here. Good. Then her memory must have recovered. Kato was shocked to hear that Maria had suffered amnesia, but explained why she hadn't contacted anyone after she'd been set free. All right, Satano said. We'll be right back after these commercial breaks. Carrying Maria, he and Kanan headed for the door. Detective Tateno. Yes, Stanley? Oh, no, Kano. It's like, huh? Hello? Kano called out, then paused, tongue-tied when Tateno stopped. There's so many things Kano wanted to say. That's my alarm. Shut the fuck up. But he couldn't find the words for any of them. Once Maria is safe, I'll turn myself in. Tateno kept his back turned. The words were like a dagger in Kano's heart. Once it was all over, Tateno would no longer be a detective, but a criminal. There was no alternative, but still the realization hit him hard. Detective Tateno, I stopped your dithering, but never lose sight of what you're supposed to protect. Ever. The Dick Diary! did him! Dick Dad did him, #1! Kano snapped back to the attention at Teteno's words. That was Dick Dittum #1, the advice that had kicked off the whole Dick diary. I'm not the one you should be worrying about right now, Teteno continued. We need to save Muriosawa's life and protect the people of Shibuya. Kano bit his lip. Yes, you're right. Kano did his best to quash his emotions. Then we're good. Teteno gave a slight nod and headed out the door. Oh my god. What started it all? What a throwback. Detective Teteno! Just before the older man disappeared, Kano called out to him last time. Be careful out there. Teteno flashed a hint of a smile, then left the workroom. 9 hours and 40 minutes. Teteno, you have redeemed yourself. Oh my god. Shit. This is so emotional. This has been a very emotional almost 10 hours. There were only 30 minutes remaining until the time when Alparo had told me what should be at the scramble. They need to get ready for action. Is the surveillance camera system still up? Kano asked. Yes, Daisuke replied. It looks like what happened earlier was just a temporary hacking job. Then will you help us? Daisuke inclined his head. What do you mean? I'd like you to keep your eye on the scramble for us. If anyone suspicious tries to get near Hitomi, let us know. Anyone suspicious? How will I know what's suspicious? Like that organ trafficker who you suggested kidnapped Hitomi, Mr. Endo. It's possible that he might be Alpard. Would you be able to recognize his face? Daisuke furrowed his brow deeply as he began entering commands on his keyboard. Yeah, don't think I could ever forget. It's because of him that I... He left the rest unsaid. Oh my god. A moment later, several of the monitors switched over to the feeds around the scramble. Alright, Daisuke squinted at the images. I'm not sure how much help I can be, but let me at least try to atone for what I've done. Of course, and thank you. Oh shit! Call us NCIS because we got in. We in, bitch. Enhance those images, motherfuckers. Daisuke's fingers flew over the keyboard and soon all of the monitors were focused on the scramble and its surroundings. Dude, Alpart is an evil prick. I can't wait for his plan to fail. I know, right? It better, bitch. Then he carefully adjusted the angle and zoom for each of the cameras. Now the whole area was under total surveillance. All they had to do was get their stakeout crew to the scene. Where did Achi go? Kano asked Hitomi. I'm not totally sure, but I think he went to find some of his old friends. Hitomi sounded worried. Friends? Achi used to belong to a gang called SOS. Actually, he told me he was who was the one who formed the gang in the first place. What? Kano couldn't keep the shock from his voice. Achi was the founder of SOS? How bizarre that the two of them would wind up meeting each other this way. But I guess there was a big falling out between them. So I think he went to try and win them back over. Kano hadn't heard anything good about SOS since Achi had left them. If things had ended on bad terms between them and the gang, getting them to help might as well be a lost cause. And even if Achi were able to gather some people up, how much would Kano and the others be able to trust them? It'll be alright, Hitomi said, as if sensing Kano's thoughts. I'm sure Achi will bring back some of his old friends. And when he does bring them, I'm sure he'll choose people we can count on. You really trust him, don't you? Yes, Hitomi said without hesitation. Then a blush came to her cheeks. Alright, then I'll trust him too. It will take about 10 minutes to get from Endo Electronics to the scramble. Kano turned to Stanley. Let's plan to head out by 6:50. Stanley gave no reply. He had withdrawn to the edge of the room, where he stood and lost in thought, his expression uneasy. I don't think so, Kano. I ship it. Kano decided to leave him alone for a bit. Taking a sheet of paper from one of the desks, he began drafting a plan for positioning Achi's reinforcements around the scramble. Oh my god. Alright, there we go. In about 5 minutes, he had drawn up a little map of the optimal places to deploy their team, and included positions for as many as 20 people Achi might bring back. Kano turned around, surprised to find Stanley right behind him all of a sudden. Hello? The American looked haggard. Is something the matter? Kano asked. I have a bedtime. You need to go to the scramble without me. What? Where's this coming from all of a sudden? Please don't ask me to explain. Something else has come up and I have to see to it. Sweet beaded on Stanley's brow. What? No, what happened? Oh no, baby! Whatever had happened, Kano had no doubt it was something major. And almost certainly had something to do with Alpard. Stanley, Kano said, please tell me we're past the point of secrets. They come this far together. Surely it was too late to get all tipped-lipped now. I'm sorry. I wish I could tell you more. Stanley dropped his eyes. Kano had a vague idea what Stanley was up to. He probably felt he needed to keep things hidden from even his own allies in order to help keep Alpard in the dark. You finished the paper? Nice. Well, nice. Oh my God. Okay. Oh, at least that was Kano's guess. All right, I understand, Kano said with resignation. Do what you have to and come back soon. With an apologetic look on his face, Stanley returned and hurried from the workroom. Yeah, 9 hours and 46 minutes, guys. Holy fucking shit, I'm insane. Alpard probably affected Stanley in a big way from that to talk, probably. He probably has his family or something. Oh my God. Now I can enjoy the rest of the stream worry-free once I take my night meds. Do it, please. Take your medication, people. If you have medication to take. It was coming about 6:50. Pretty sure they'll have to head for the scramble. But Aji still hadn't returned. We need to head out soon, he said to Hitomi. You said 6:50, she replied. There's still 2 more minutes to go. Kinda let out a tiny sigh. He shared Hitomi's fervent hope that the reinforcements would come, but not her confidence. If Ashi didn't reappear, he would be left to protect Hitomi all by himself and to try to apprehend Alpard as well. Would he be able to pull it off if it came to that? No, he'd never be able to do it on his own. He decided to wait for Achi, accepting that they'll be late. The clock kept up its steady ticking. With each minuscule movement of the second hand, Kano felt the tightness growing in his chest. A minute passed, 2 minutes. Time was of the essence. They couldn't keep waiting any longer. He told me, I don't like having to do this, but we can't wait any longer. Seeing the look at the determination on Kano's face, she gave a tiny reluctant nod. Oh, here we go. Keep out again. Gotta go back to Achi's route. Then I'm gonna go blah, blah, blah. Okay. I already know what to do. Don't you fucking worry me, bitch. Whew, okay. It's so much simpler with just 2 people to take control of. Time to do that yeet jump. Yes, yeet. Med's taking a more cake acquired. Yes, hell yes. It told me I don't like it having to do this, but we can't wait any longer. Seeing the look of determination on Kano's face, she gave a tiny reluctant nod. Her shoulders began to tremble. It told me, I'll be alright, I'm just a little nervous, that's all. She had a right to be nervous. Alpard was after the antiviral that she had in her bloodstream. Once he had it, Tomi would become a liability that he wanted to dispose of. And right now, the only person who could keep her safe was Kano. He clenched his jaw and tried to look confident. Please just try to relax. I'll protect you with my life if I have to. Suddenly, Achi! Protecting Hitomi is my job. Damn, man! Hell yeah, this music is my jam. Achi, you're back! I said I'd see you through to the very end, didn't I? Yeah, you did. Hitomi gazed back at Achi with grateful reassurance. Kinda cleared his throat softly. I'm getting down to this, oh shit. Oh fuck, okay, I'm gonna stop. Achi and Hitomi continued to stare earnestly at one another. Eventually, the tough-looking man standing behind Achi spoke up. I've got 30. Would that be enough? Yeah, Kano nodded. That'll be fine. Yeah, it's the chapter transition music, yo! Oh, fuck! That'll be fine. More importantly, have you heard what we'll be doing yet? Catch the bad guy, keep Shibuya safe. Same old thing we always do. The guy flashed a grin. You got it, Kano said. We'll be counting on you then. With 30-odd people at their disposal, they'll be able to encircle the meeting area no problem. The preparations were all set. It was time to confront Alpart at last. All right, detective. Archie shouted, let's do this. I'm making a poster for us saying I ship it. Do you want me to give it to you somehow? You can either send it to me through Twitter, and my Twitter is HusbandoGoddess, or you can send it through Discord if you're able to get through on your mobile. Oh god, okay. 9 minutes later, 6:59, Kano and the others were in position around the scramble. Each subtle tick of the second hand was a sharp prod to Kano's nerves. His whole body was stiff with tension. They could not let themselves fail. There was too much at stake. Here, now, hundreds of thousands of lives were on the line. With Shibuya on lockdown, the area around the scramble had been seized by panic, and there had been multiple traffic collisions. The sidewalks were crowded with scared people. Overturned cars and abandoned motorcycles clogged the streets. Amidst the chaos, emergency vehicles sped by at a furious speeds. Oh, that was a question, BlondieCon. Oh, I didn't know it. Sorry, I didn't know. Oh, I didn't read the fuck. I'm sorry, anime lover. I'm sorry. I didn't see the comment before, anime lover. But the fire and emergency personnel and even the police were short-handed, and the whole of Shibuya had begun to look like a war zone. The main roads had been blocked to normal traffic, and trains weren't stopping at stations. Man, this is reminding me of the ending scene in Tokyo Ghoul Route, whatever. The second season of Tokyo Ghoul, when it's at the end, Kaneki's giving up Hide and everything, and walking to that guy with the glasses, and you see everyone from the CDC, I believe it was called, just surrounding the area and everything. Oh my god. In effect, the city was in a state of complete shutdown. Kano glanced again at his wristwatch. 6:59 p.m. and 10 seconds, 11 seconds, 12 seconds, 13, 14. He scarcely remembered to breathe. Hitomi stood in front of the statue of Ichiko. She wasn't carrying an attaché case this time, but the moment was otherwise a strange mirror of the stakeout at 10 o'clock that morning. Thank you for the hug. Oh, FMV. She looked terrified. Kano couldn't blame her. The criminals weren't after some case full of money this time. This time they were out for blood. Her blood. Oh god, Hitomi is now truly a statue. FMV! Kano did a slow scan of the area. Achi was standing not too far away. His companions were strewn about here and there, carrying on as normal. Here in Shibuya, those guys fit right in with the crowd, and they had the area around Hitomi completely surrounded. Yet again, Kano looked at his watch. 6:59 p.m., 35 seconds, 36, 37, 38, 39. He forced himself to take several deep breaths. He focused on the sound of his own heartbeat and exhaled until all the breath was expelled from his lungs. And then it all started. What? Kano's cell phone rang. I've got him. What? It was Daisuke, the organ trafficker who devised the kidnapping. It's him. Where is he? Kano asked. Is he close by? I've got him on camera now. He's on the other side of the intersection. Kano looked across the scramble. There were so many people that it was hard to tell who was and wasn't suspicious. Can you describe him for me? The tall foreign guy, the one wearing glasses. A tall foreigner? Kano's eyes drifted over the crowd. No fucking way, it's the professor from earlier? All the way back? Hitomi's motherfucking professor! Oh what's going on, but listening to air voice music makes us really hype. It's Hitomi's motherfucking professor. I had a fucking feeling. At the very beginning, we saw this dude getting interviewed by Kano, asking, hey, what's going on and everything. It was the very beginning of the game, and a lot of you weren't here for this. Yes, the same professor who told her to enter the beauty contest, the same professor who helped with the investigation early on, who was there when Kano was asking questions about the kidnapping. It was him! There he was, and as he got closer, Kano's eyes went wide. This man was someone he met before. The fucking professor, Leland Palmer. Fucking Palmer! The lecturer from the English department at Hitomi and Maria's school. Are you fucking kidding me? Is he Alpard? Palmer was walking right toward Hitomi. Hitomi didn't seem to have noticed him yet. When Kano glanced back at his wristwatch, it was 7 p.m. on the dot. She's like, what? When Hitomi realized Palmer was approaching her, she was too stunned to react. He walked directly up to her, the corners of his mouth curling up into a smile. Hello, Hitomi, he said in English. How are you doing? Holy fuck! That motherfucker is Alpard? Yes! Bruh. Oh my god. Bitch, I ain't doing terribly well. Why does this guy look like Wesker from Resident Evil? I think oh my god, yeah. I don't know if I made that comparison earlier, but holy shit, yeah. Why didn't we suspect this guy from the very beginning, honestly? What an asshole. What an asshole. I'm trying to clean my glasses, but it's really not working right now. Ah, fuck, okay, whatever. Oh, it's worse! Ew, it's worse. Yeah, what the fuck? Hello, Chris. Hello, Christy. That's because that's good writing. Yeah, like, I had a feeling he would come back into the game. Because they wouldn't just introduce him, never come back to him. He had to have some significance. Bye, Blondie! I swear to God, I feel like I joked about him being, like, the culprit. But not to this degree. Oh my god, Professor Palmer? What are you doing here? Hitomi's voice came out an anxious squeak. Why, I'm here to take her blood. Bitch! This time he spoke Japanese and with an easy fluency totally different from his usual manner of speech. I'm the one who injected you with the UA virus. Fuck. I'd been waiting so long for the opportunity to arise. It's been quite agonizing, you know, spending 6 months or more pretending to be a mild-mannered English lecturer. He's a vampire, Lord Dracula! This music. Yeah, this music does have like a Dracula vibe to it. Professor, you're Alpard, aren't you? Let's get down to business, shall we? Neither of us has much time. Hitomi stiffened. Please tell me the laboratory password. After I have your blood, this will only take a few seconds. I've got a device here that will make the execution quite simple. No way. The password first. That would violate the terms we already negotiated. Hitomi and Palmer glared at one another. Alright, Hitomi said at last. Why don't you negotiate with Kanan instead? Kanan? Hitomi took her cell phone out and dialed. But the phone rang repeatedly and Kanan did not pick up. What's going on? Hitomi's face went pale. Come on, Kanan. Kanan, what the fuck? Kano, sitting near enough to overhear their conversation, grew increasingly anxious as he watched the pair stare at the phone. What was the right move here? Should he keep waiting? Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! Shame he's kind of cute if he had a beard. What the fuck, well? He had a hope talking with Kanan would work out. Kanan waited for the call to go through. But Kanan never answered. Had something happened to her in Toteno? Kanan felt his heart pounding. Now then, shall I take what I came here for? Palmer took a step closer to Hitomi. Kanan reacted instinctively. Freeze! He drew his gun and trained it on the criminal. Nearby pedestrians scattered in fear. Seizing the moment, Achi darted in to protect Hitomi. Oh my god! Fuck! Self-care is important, guys! Was this guy a pard? The man arrived in front of Hitomi, began speaking to her. Hitomi, Maria, even Achi's father. This must be the guy who responds for everything. Achi felt a pressuring... Not now, Nightbot! Felt a pressing urge to flatten him right then and there. Plots happening. Still, he knew he couldn't blow his cover until Kano gave the signal. Suppressing his raw emotions, he readied himself for action. Protector told me has to come first. I can't let anything happen to her. Why hasn't it happened yet? Why hasn't Kano given the signal? Freeze! Suddenly Kano rushed forward, his gun drawn. Ignoring the pain in his leg, Achi dashed for Hitomi as fast as he could. A third option, yeah. He cut between Kano and fired, quickly pulling Hitomi out of danger. Hitomi, Kano shouted, call Kanon again. Shoot it by Achi now. She brought up her cell phone and dialed the number. It's a big ass fucking flip phone right there. But some time passed and there was no answer. Had there been some kind of trouble on Kanan's end? Looking increasingly worried, Hitomi tried calling several more times. No! It's the fucking virus! Don't you fucking do it, bitch! Kano's face waved with alarm. This had to be the terrorist trump card then. Kano and Fard were having some sort of debate. Achi couldn't hear the specifics, but tensions were clearly running high. Kano hesitantly lowered his gun. Fard flashed a haughty, confident grin. Fuck you, looks like it's time for our trump card. Susumu! Achi shouted at the top of his lungs. At his signal, the gang emerged from the crowd and moved in mass to hem Fard in. Surrounded? Now the terrorists are visibly at loss. You certainly don't look like bullies. You're right about that, Achi said. I mean, just take a look. I got a bunch of people who love Shibuya more than their own lives in order to take your ass down. As he spoke, he made sure to keep Hitomi shielded behind him. The pain in his leg was getting worse and worse, but he tried his utmost to let it show. He's a part of Umbrella Corp. He really is Albert Wesker. There's no escape, he declared. You've lost. Lost? Me? Well, it sure doesn't look like you're gonna get away. Alfred grimaced at Achi's words. I see. Then it appears our negotiations are closed. He's gonna drop the vials. He's gonna drop the vials! Oh, fuck! He's gonna drop the vials! Why did he seem so confident? Something definitely didn't feel right. Why does DC Douglas record only this guy's lines? He really doesn't care if he survives. Oh no, he was going to unleash the virus, accepting that it would kill him too. Alfard met Achi's eyes, and seeing the haunted realization there, the terrorist flashed a wicked, triumphant grin. Enough of this high and mighty act, Susumu shouted. He began to stomp forward toward Alfard, but he didn't reach him in time. No! Fuck! 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 Catch them! Catch the fucking vials! The vials in Alfard's hand went sailing high into the air. Look out! Catch him! Catch him! Oh! Oh my god, oh my god. And then out of nowhere, a huge explosion. What? His eardrums ruptured and his world was engulfed in the eerie silence as if time had stopped. As he lay crumpled on the pavement, the one thing that still rang in his ears was the tingling feeling of glass as countless vials smashed on the concrete. Oh. A mysterious explosion. Wait, what? Damn, I don't even fucking get an option to get a hint. Go back to Kano, motherfucker. Oh my god! Shit! Gotta go 9 to 5. Fuck my life. Oh, fuck me, dude. Fuck, this game is intense. Palmer let out a tiny slice. So you're breaking the terms we agreed upon, then? I don't negotiate with terrorists. Kind of inched his way closer, his point of aim never wavering. Hitomi shouted, call Kanan again. Again, Hitomi dialed her cell phone. Palmer opened the attaché case he was carrying. One more move and I shoot, Kyle shouted. But the terrorist ignored the warning, producing a set of small glass vessels from within the case. If you want to shoot me, then shoot me, he said. Assuming you don't mind this getting scattered about. Is that... Surely you don't need me to explain? Stanley was right. Our party had weaponized the virus. You can't let that loose here. And why is that? Because if you do, you'll be infected too. True, but so will all the innocent bystanders around us. A thin smile crawled across Palmer's face. Did you come here to carry out a suicide attack, Miss Alpard? Hardly. I had no desire to die here. All I want to do is get a little of this girl's blood and then go quietly on my way. But all that depends on you, doesn't it? His face was overflowing with confidence. Kana couldn't shake the feeling that something was off here. Something about this man seemed to hint at something. Well then, what will it be? Palmer continued. Will you condemn the people of Shibuya to death? Cursing inwardly, Kana loaded his gun. Palmer flashed a triumphant grin, then resumed his stroll to Hitomi. She stood frozen on the spot. Susumu! The shout had come from Achi. In an instant, a dozen members of SOS headed toward Palm from all sides. Tough luck, pal, Susumu said. Turns out we're not actually innocent bystanders. Now it was his turn to grin. You're completely surrounded. Give up and tell us the password now. And just for the record, we ain't scared of no virus. The tough-looking young men radiated bravado. Without hesitation, they closed in around the kidnapper. Surrounded? You certainly don't look like police. Palmer cast a bemused glance around himself. You're right about that, Achi said. I mean, just take a look. I gathered up a bunch of people who love Shibuya more than their own lives in order to take your ass down. He kept Hitomi shielded behind him while he spoke. There's no escape, he declared. You've lost. Lost? Me? Well, it sure doesn't look like you're gonna get away. Palmer grimaced at Achi's words. I see. Then appears our negotiations are at close. Enough of this high and mighty act. What the fuck? No, wait, no. Hey, Kato-san, easy now. We couldn't take a risk a scuffle, sending the virus crashing to the ground. What a shame. Palmer swung his right arm high up. No, fuck. Are you fucking kidding me? No. Oh my god. Catch, fuck. Look out. It's the fucking bomb! No! They had a bomb this entire fucking time. And it's the same ending. Or what? A tremendous blast blew Khan off his feet. As he crashed to the pavement, searing pain shot through his entire body. He knew at once that a bomb had gone off. But why? It didn't make any sense. Apart had no intention of carrying out a suicide terror attack. Khan was certain of that. If that had been his intent, he could have just done so at any time without going through the trouble of putting on this whole charade. Was there a reason this guy would blow himself up under these circumstances at this specific moment? As he was lying dying, Kano had a thought. Could it be? Had Stanley not come to the scramble because he knew this was going to happen? Stanley, no. Oh my fucking god. No, we can jump. We're gonna play as Stanley. Ah! Oh my god. No, fucking Stanley's a playable character. No! 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 What? Stanley! Come on, man! This is gonna do nothing. Go back to Kanan. Don't wait for Kanan. Yeah, we don't. Fuck. Don't wait. We can't wait. Use the guy. Fuck, we're using the guy here. This is doing nothing. We can't wait for him. Oh my fuck. Oh my god. I'm pretty sure that was it. Oh my god. Stanley goes on his own. No, Stanley just goes on his fucking own, man. No way. Oh my god, yeah, guide time. Okay. Alright. The walkthrough said something. How could I even know that's real? How could I even know that's real? It was entirely possible this is all a bluff. Ah, indeed, these could all be still fake. Would you care to test that theory? Palmer flashed a coy smile. Holding out his fist full of vials, he began to tilt them slowly back and forth, letting them clink against each other. They were fake. No, maybe they were real. Kana couldn't quite decide. And he couldn't take any rash action if there wasn't even a possibility that these were the real thing. Did you come here to carry out a suicide attack, Mr. Upart? Hardly. Okay, I want to just get this girl's blood and be on my way, but that's all depends on you, doesn't it? His face was overflowing with confidence. Kano couldn't shake the feeling that something was off here. Okay. Continue to walk to Tomi. Okay, we saved. Susumu, okay. Alright. He hurt me? Okay, no, he's gotta be like... I just need to focus on catching this guy. I have to set aside my hatred. Right now, I just need to focus on catching this guy. Why hasn't anything happened yet? Why hasn't Kano given the signal? Freeze. Okay, let's see if this is any different. I don't think it is. Tomi, call Kano again. But some time passed, there's no answer. Thank God this game has motherfucking time. Like, you can go back. Thank God. Because if there's a regular fucking visual novel where you have save slots, I will be so fucked. Thank God there are time charts. You really don't want to play Stanley yet? No, I do. We have to play as Stanley. Kano hesitantly lowered his gun. We still get the bad end, okay. Bless VLR jump points. I fucking right, Susumu, okay. Going back and fucking forth here, I found something. You did? You did, Junie? What'd you find, bro? You gotta tell us. I think. Well, tell us. Don't worry about it, man. Just tell us. We need to learn. Lost me. Well, she doesn't look like you're gonna get away. I'll far come the shutter's words. I see that it appears our negotiations come to a close. Why do you seem so confident? Something definitely didn't feel right. This is just a bluff. He knows he can't get away. His only chance to try to spread the virus around and then take off while everyone is distracted, which means they need to grab the guy and be done with. I have to salute to Kano? Okay. Alright. That's it. Okay. We'll try that in a second. So yeah, bad end. All around. Fucking fuck me. Can't believe it goes back to fucking saluting him. Yep, bad end, okay. Okay, with the salute to him. No, he said, okay, so we have the salute to, okay, no, I get what Junie's saying. So, I believe in order to actually progress with the game, we have to somehow switch to Tateno. And apparently doing that would make us play as him. No, it's okay, man. Detective Tateno, before the waterman disappeared, he gave him a silent salute. It was a breach of protocol to salute while in plain clothes and while in his cap. Still, it was the best way to let Tateno know how he felt. I'll leave the rest to you. It's saved. Oh! What? Oh, shit! Kyozo Tateno gingerly flexed his right elbow. Oh my god. It was still a little sore, but it shouldn't interfere with his ability to drive. Thank you, Junie. I love you. Sorry, no, it's okay, dude. Doesn't that hurt? The girl asked the girl called Kanan. No, I'm all right. Good thing I didn't kill you, she said, her tone of matter of fact. You ought to thank that young detective. Everyone send love to fucking Junie over here. They deserve it. If he hadn't stopped me, you wouldn't be here right now. Is that right? Tateno looked over at Kano. He was talking to Achi and the others about something. The last time Tateno had seen Achi had been back at Totone's wake. He felt a strong surge of emotion, seeing how the boy had grown into a fine young man. Are you sure you don't mind driving? Kanan's voice snapped Tateno back into the moment. Yes, it won't be a problem. Back when she attacked him on that rooftop, she'd moved too quickly for him to even catch a glimpse of her face. I can't get over how this American side, I can't get over this American side of my Japanese trauma. You all make me blush. You deserve it, man. You deserve it, Junie. Now that he was able to get a good look at her, he was shocked by how young she looked. And yet there was a cold gleam in her eyes, a glitter of awareness with no trace of emotion behind it whatsoever. It'll be like Captain Falcon hanging out with the Yakuza. True. In his long career as a detective, Tateno had seen eyes like this before. It was a look he knew well. The look of someone who had killed and had done so many times. I'm so sorry about all of this. Please look after my sister, Otomi said. She bowed deeply. No, I'm the one who should apologize. Tateno would like to go on, but to say that helping now is the least he could do to atone for what he'd done earlier, but he stopped himself short. He stopped himself there. Nothing he could say to Otomi Osawa could possibly earn her forgiveness. Silently, Tateno lowered his head. His subsequent actions would have to make up for his crimes. He had to hope that this would be possible. Kanan, you look after my sister too. Otomi bowed once more. You two know each other? Tateno looked at the two girls in surprise. Kanan is my sister's friend, Otomi said. I just met her for the first time today. Which strange series of events could have transpired for Maria and Kanan to wind up as friends? We have really one end to get through, honestly. We have one end to get through, but we have to do Tano's route and we have to do Stanley's route. Oh my god, this fucking game, man. I love it. Fuck, there's so much. As Tateno felt a prickle of curiosity, but now was not the time for that conversation. Oh my god. Two more routes, GG. Daisuke reappeared. He had gone to fetch his car keys. You know where it's parked, yeah? He asked. Same as back in the day? That's right, over where we always hung out with Kotone back in grade school. All at once, Tateno was hit with a surge of childhood memories. Now's not the time, man. God damn it. Yo, there's a black kid. Yo, holy shit, is that a black kid? Oh Oh my god! Yo! Whoa, cool. The sky was a piercing blue. The dronings of... I knew how to pronounce his name too. Cicadas? Cicadas? Cicasads? Oh, fuck. The bugs echoed in his ears. A refreshing breeze brought intermittent respite from the heat. I fucking knew how to pronounce that name too when I played Animal Crossing. But now I can't remember how to pronounce it. During summer vacation, they spent their days here in the parking lot behind Daisuke's house. Cicadas? What? Cicadas? What? Cicadas? 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 Really? Oh, okay. Cicadas. Thank you. Blah, blah. Cicadas. Cicada. Cicadas? Cicada. What pronunciation are we going here, folks? Cicadas. Cicadas. There we fucking go. Man, there's like 20 different pronunciations in chat. I don't know. I'm gonna go with Will. Cicadas. Okay. Satano and Daisuke play near the stairs. That wasn't a black kid? Oh, that was Daisuke? Damn. Oh, yeah, he looking black, though. The blazing sun beating down on them apparently made fucking Daisuke black for the summer. Katoni would always come along with some iced barley tea for them. The two boys would race to see who could drink theirs the fastest. The cold, fragrant tea flowed down their welcoming throats. Question for the chat. Ooh. Most of the time it was Satano who would finish first. Daisuke would often wind up choking and spitting out his. Katone would flash him a motherly and sympathetic smile. Then Daisuke would grin back at her sheepishly and fuss with his hair. It's probably the lighting. True, Mel. True. That had all been nearly 40 years ago, but Tenno could envision their smiles as vividly as now as ever. Spoilers are quitters. They were his only fond memories of his childhood. Tenno took the keys from Daisuke, clutching them firmly in his fist. All right, he said, we'll be back. He lifted up Maria and with Kanan supporting her on the other side, began to head for the door. Anyone watch anime besides me and Chrissy? Oh, I don't need to answer that because you mentioned me. Okay. And then Kano called out to him. Detective Tateno, there was a look of sadness on the younger man's face. Don't let yourself become a detective like me. Tateno had the words right on the tip of his tongue, but he swallowed them back down. It suddenly seemed petty to trivialize the aspirations Kano had held for so long. Once Maria is safe, I'll turn myself in.